they hate. And I know better than to listen to the people who are calling us names. I can feel the sunlight shining.
Well, good morning and welcome to episode 875 of the Lots Project Morning Show, where the coffee is strong, the opinions are stronger, and everything is always filter free. I'm Brian, your host, and it's February 16th, 2026. This morning, I'm enjoying a fresh cup of holiday blend, See the Light version from foodforestfarms.com, because life's too short for shitty coffee. At Food Forest Farms, your beans are roasted by real human hands using a clean stream air roaster. More than just a customer, your family. Get 10% off with code LOTS10, that's LOTS10, and shipping is always free. While you're there, check out the C4 Club for even more awesome perks. Today we got another packed show. We're getting back to work on the cabin build after the ice storm and delays. We're back at it, breaking down the Ring Super Bowl ad that aired a couple weeks ago, talking about the no free Olympics situation that I experienced this weekend, and looking at a new way to stack some sats with Blockstream and a new affiliate link for me if you're in the market for a Jade. Got to update the links. They switched programs, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So grab your coffee, smash the like button, and let's get started. Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone doing? Mike's Homestead, good morning to you. Thanks for stopping in. And Martinson family, good morning to you also, sir. Hopefully everything is going well in the Great White North. Oh, it's Monday, guys. It's Monday. I'm lucky I started the show this morning. Corey had a extended long weekend this past 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Got a bunch done out at the cabin. Talk about that in a little bit. But man, I had no idea what day it was come about Saturday. Normally having her off, usually Saturday, Sunday. Now she's moved to a little bit of a hybrid schedule where she has 4-day weeks and rotates her day off, and so my perception of what day it is absolutely totally messed up. But we'll get there. It was nice having her off all weekend and getting a bunch of stuff on the cabin, and then yesterday it was crappy rain all day, and we just kind of hung out here and got some stuff done around here. And so anyway, it's Monday morning, and it means it's time for the Bitcoin guessing game, and we'll talk about the results from last week, who came in on the spot and who was way off. But right now, let's take a look at the price. 605 on February 16th, 2026. Bitcoin price is at 68,863, 68,683 on February 16th, 2026. If you guys want to get in on the Bitcoin guessing game, you can head over to t.me/lotschat. That's t.me/lotschat. That's Telegram group that we hang out and bullshit in all week and have some fun, post memes, talk about what's going on in everybody's life. And we also do the Bitcoin guessing game. So you head on over there, you find the pinned message, and then you reply with your guess what the price will be next week. But let's see who did good this week. My guess up on the board, as always, 74,747. Not even close. I mean, not horribly off. It's 6,000 off. That's not that bad in the grand scope of things. Some other guesses we had that weren't real close. Sean picked 76,500. John Palmer 78,910. Blueberry Texas in with a guess of 72,500, and Chris Dixon 72,657. Those guys were getting those guesses in there pretty tight. I think they really thought that it was going to be in that 72,000 range. We did have 2 close picks this past week, Canadian Farmstead and Pip. Pip with the guess of 69,696 and 97 cents. Pretty close, Pip. About $1,000 off. About $1,000 off. Canadian Farmstead, though. Canadian Farmstead nailed it this week. 68,567. About a little over 300 off. So congratulations, Canadian Farmstead. I don't know what the world's coming through with Canadian Farmstead winning the guessing game. We usually expect him to be the furthest off, But here he is coming in 68,567 with the win. If you guys, like I said, if you guys want to participate, you can head over to the Telegram chat at t.me/lotschat. And you know what? I'm going to ride with my guest from last week. I'm going to leave her up there. We're going to roll with 74,747 for my guest for next week. That would be February 23rd, 2026. My guess, $747. Love to have you over at the Telegram group. Come on over, find that pin message. That's usually up within a couple hours or within an hour or so after the show, and start your guessing game action. I feel like I missed some guesses this week. I don't know. Anyway, Canadian Farm said I'll get that prize of absolutely nothing to you as soon as possible, but thanks for participating, and we'll get you a participation trophy of some sort. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about the cabin. So man, the cabin is really gone in streaks. We get some stuff done, and then we have something happen, usually weather related. The super rain when the road was tore up and we couldn't get our material in. The ice storm, had to go out of town for the stuff with my dad and his funeral and whatnot. We keep getting going, make some progress, and then we'll have some sort of delay. And like Corey said it the other day, I'm so over stuff coming up and stuff happening, and just not being able to progress as smoothly and as quickly as we'd like. So the last big thing that happened was the ice storm here in Tennessee. We got I think we ended up talking like an inch or so of ice and snow. And it wrecked things around here for at least a couple weeks. I mean, I think it was a good solid 2 weeks by the time the snow melted off, by the time we kind of recuperated from being behind on groceries and water and got the water filled back up in the camper, got out to check on the cabin, and the road had cleared up enough to get back there, evaluated some stuff, and then, just getting caught up with everything. It was a few more days before we got back out there and were able to make some progress. But Corey, like I said, had an extended long weekend this week, and that helped a ton. We got out there and got rolling on Thursday, and we made some good progress this weekend. We for the 3 days we ended up getting another side of the cabin complete with the windows installed and re-wrapping, getting everything buttoned down, that once we get all the windows in, and we'll be able to move forward with getting metal on. So that was a big relief. We got 3 out of 4 sides done now. We got one more side to do. Coincidentally, it's the side that has the most windows. So we've installed 6 out of the 10 windows, and the last side of the cabin has 4. So yeah, it'll be a go at it to get those done. Good morning, Hunter. Thanks for popping in. So I think that's coming up. We're gonna throw the last 4 windows in, and then we've moved away. Well, we have to have some way to get in and out of the cabin. If you've kind of been following along, it's up about 4 feet off the ground. We had the pole barn structure. Then we hung a floor about 4 feet up, just to make a single level, a one room. So with a crawl space underneath and room to get down under there. And so we need to figure out, so we want to build some steps. We're going to build some steps up. We also have the front porch, that the covered front porch that we've finished. If you haven't seen that, so I post all this stuff over in the Telegram group, and I forget what I talk about on the show and what I don't. Basically, we have a covered porch that'll be on the exterior of the cabin, but it's still under the roof, and that's finished. It's got some deck flooring on it, and so we want to make a set of steps that go up to that. And then on the other side, we also want we need to the cat is not behaving this morning, but sorry about that. We need to put some steps on that side so we can install our door. We got one door left to go in on the side of the cabin that's got nothing on it. And so Corey and I have gone back and forth, like, do we want to put like a little landing there? To put the door up, we really need some sort of structure there to stand on, to work on. Like I said, it's about 4 feet off of ground level, and to work at that height is awkward to say the least on a ladder, especially installing doors. And we've kind of gone back and forth with what we want to end up with on that side of the cabin, whether we want just a little 4x4 landing and then the door, if we want we know eventually we wanted about a 10x20 deck on that side. And so going back and forth and trying to figure out, and just in work mode, we've kind of settled on, we just want to throw that deck on the front. So a 10x20 deck shouldn't be a ton of extra work. It'll just make that side finished. So basically right now, the steps coming up, we're going to get our last 4 windows in on the one side. We're going to build a set of steps on the side with the covered porch. And then we're also going to throw a deck on the front, a quick 10x20 deck on the front, and then be able to install that door and work right at the right level to get the door installed. And then basically the front side will be done besides metal. It'll have that deck. That'll be kind of the permanent size. Off the other side, eventually we want to put a nice another outside deck off the covered one, but that'll come down the road. So this is kind of a necessity to have someplace to come up to, and we went back and forth. Let's do a small one, and then retrofit it into what we actually want, or is it easier just to spend a little extra money and a little extra time and knock out the full thing that we're going to want in the long run? And so that decision got made this weekend. So that's the kind of the lineup coming up. I don't know what the actual timeline is as far as dates and weeks, but just keep plugging along whenever we have time to get out there and get some work done. So excited about that. It's really looking nice on the inside. We went back and forth. Corey always wanted just a ton of windows, and now as we get them installed, I think it'll be really nice inside with the 10 windows, and then the 2 huge windows on the doors, on the entry doors. So exciting. I'll be happy when all those. Starlink giving a little bump in the internet coverage this morning. That's interesting. I don't know if it was Starlink or StreamYard or what was going on, but just froze up there quite a bit. Anyway, yeah, cabin's coming along good. We're I mean, it is what it is. We would love to be done with it. I would love to be done with it. We got a long ways to go, and it seems like once we pick up some steam, we run into some obstacle, but that's all part of it, I guess, and it'll make it sweeter when it's actually done. So away we go. Cabin update for this week. Had a few other things on the list here. One goes back a couple weeks here to the Super Bowl. I did not watch the Super Bowl. I was kind of following along football this year with the Bills. And as soon as they exited the playoffs, I was like, okay, I'm done. I didn't really even follow anything other than their games. I wasn't really sure what was going on in the rest of the NFL. Marie Wilder Life, good morning. Thanks. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Martinson's family says the wife's service dog left last Thursday. Bone cancer took him at 11. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Losing animals is no good. It's especially service dogs with that tight bond you have. So sorry to hear that, and give her a big hug. Get her a new service pooches as soon as possible for sure, and get that taken care of. So I kind of checked out football wise. I knew who was playing, and man, I if I opened up my social media, all I saw was the bullshit about the halftime show and the alternate halftime show, and I had never heard of. I guess this guy that goes by Bad Bunny is some really popular and world famous Latino singer. I had never heard of him. I didn't know what a Bad Bunny was, or even what kind of music he or she sang. Didn't really care, but that's all I could hear was all I could see in my feeds was this controversy that was going over. I guess the guy was going to sing in a dress and sing in Spanish, and way to go NFL, and really dial in your core audience with making these decisions. Anyway, whatever. That's their own demise. They've definitely haven't learned from their years of going woke and how it affects their ratings and things. So anyway, that's not what this was about. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the Kid Rock alternative show. I haven't seen them. I didn't go back and watch either one. I really don't care. I really don't care. But one thing I did hear about, and one thing that seems to always be one of the biggest draws of Super Bowl are the ads. One ad kind of popped up on my radar, and some things I was reading about was the Ring ad, the Ring cameras, the ad that they had during the Super Bowl about the lost dog. Speaking of lost dogs, but so if you didn't see it, I went and watched the ad after the fact. Basically, family in their house got the dog. They're kind of setting up the stage with the loving family dog and the kids and whatnot, and then the dog runs away, and so they go into their Ring camera. How did this go? I watched it a couple times and it kind of made me sick, but they go into the Ring camera and they started what was referred to as a search party, I believe. And they show the graphic on the TV of the neighborhood and all the Ring cameras on all the front porches. So there was a overhead aerial of the neighborhood, and little blue lights lighting up on the front of every house. And then all of a sudden, some lady gets a notification on her phone, lost dog, confirm if this is the dog. And it shows a picture of, or a little video clip of the dog running in front of her house. And she's like, yeah, that's the dog. And she hits the button, and the people that lost the dog got a notification, and everybody got happy, and they found the dog, and the dog was returned home. That's great. I'm glad the little girl got her dog back. What's creepy as hell is that Pip says a little Orwell. Yeah. If it was only used for looking for lost dogs, might be great. I have no idea what else that could be used for. What else that technology could be used for. Corey said that's kind of creepy that people can log into your camera and see the views, and that was a little misleading when I was telling her about it. Basically, the system itself links together the ring system, and I'm sure that you have to opt in, and it's probably opt in by default. I don't have one. I will never really. I don't think I'll ever have a ring. I won't have a security system that's hooked to a public cloud. But from what I understand, you need to opt into the thing. You need to opt into the service. But basically, it uploads it to a cloud, and they have an AI system that searches it. And when you activate this function and say, "Hey, I lost my dog, or my kid, or we're looking for a criminal," Free Wilder Life says 0 chances of me getting a Ring camera or any camera linked to the cloud. Yeah, I feel that. How does this go down? And when cops are searching for someone, is this going to be a public safety reason to be able to access the cloud of all the cameras in the neighborhood or in the country or in the county? Who knows? Who knows? The technology is there. Obviously, they're showing you that it works, and the way they're spinning it as the benefit to help this little girl get her dog back is an interesting play at it. Wilder Life says, I'm about to get rid of Wi-Fi and tie it all back into the wall. That's interesting. Are you worried about the waves? Are you worried about hacking? What is the reasoning to go back to hardwire in the wall as opposed to Wi-Fi within your internal network? Martinson family says the government is talking about access to all cameras up here. Rewilder Life says, I think they can already. Flock is now linked, I believe. Yeah, I'll talk about Flock here in a second. But anyway, the Ring commercial on the Super Bowl, really, you can see the way that they're trying to make this sound like a good service. She's worried about it all. Plus, hardware is faster. Okay. So the Super Bowl ad painted it as a picture of the girl lost her dog and she found her dog, and it's just a great heartwarming service that Ring offers, other than being able to answer the door or whatever the other benefits of having a Ring camera are. Really not sure. The funny videos on the internet, I guess, of people slipping and falling, or porch pirates or whatever. But anyway, so that I started thinking about it. I started like, man, they're really just kind of eking in every aspect of life. Martinson family says you will eat the bugs and show the cameras. Yeah, for sure. And so as I'm spinning on this, Corey and I were watching, I think it was something on Amazon Prime the other night, and a commercial came on for another camera system. I think it was Blink. Could be wrong there. Could have been Ring. I don't know. But it was another camera system. And I remember when these things first started coming out, I mean, security cameras have been around for a long time. But when they first started coming out with these kind of personal, you put them up yourself and you can monitor them from when you're away. The focus of the commercials was always on security. It was on, oh, you'll be able to catch somebody if they broke into your house, or you'll be able to get an alert if somebody's in your yard, or you'll be able to. And then they had the functionality where you could talk back. You could talk to the people from away through the app on your phone. Somebody's on your porch. They're not supposed to be there. They're in your backyard, and you can go, get the fuck out of here, or whatever you need to do to scare them off. Which Great idea. I kind of wish I had eyes on our property at all times. Have cameras on it, but they're remote access. They're I got to go out there, and it's an after the fact. It's a passive security. At some point, I will have cameras that will be in my own network, will be on my own cloud. I'll be able to access it, but it's not going to be linked to a company like Ring or something like that. So that's been the kind of the target of these camera commercials. Well, the one on the Super Bowl ad with the lost dog got me thinking, and then I think it was Blink. Like I said, I think it was Blink. I don't know. I'm not in the market for one. I really pay attention to the brand name. But basically, they were kind of, their focus wasn't necessarily on security. It wasn't put a camera up so you can scare away criminals, or you can have proof that somebody stole your package off your porch or something like that. They are making the case to install cameras to record your everyday life. Not just in a situation where you want to find out who stole your shit or monitor what's going on when you're not there. Their focus was, what it would be great if we had cameras in the backyard and we could watch the birthday party that we're having, or we could watch the kids playing in the backyard. That's normalizing being monitored all the time. I don't know if that's their intention. I don't know if they're looking for a new angle. Hunter says memories, sigh. Yeah, exactly. And Pip says, how 1984 of them. Exactly. Rewilder Life says, it doesn't stop people though. We had them at our old house. Felon neighbor didn't care. Police didn't care. We had footage. Right. I mean, there is that. But the fact that these companies are now blatantly saying, let's just have the security cameras on your whole life. I don't need a fucking security camera on my house when I'm there. I have my eyes. I have my eyes, and I have other deterrents other than a camera there after the fact for the police to come and investigate and not do anything anyway. But the camera shit is kind of getting out of control. If you link the two commercials, though, if you take the Ring technology of the AI searching stock or all the footage, the cloud footage of the whole neighborhood and piecing together things, and then you take the push by the other commercial to have them everywhere to film your life, like Hunter says, to catch your memories. What happens then? You had too many people at your birthday party. Oh, let's. I wonder how convenient it would have been to have this all set in place during the Kufis, and when you couldn't have people over, and they were trying to Gestapo family gatherings for Thanksgiving and whatnot. How convenient would it have been if everybody had security cameras in their house and in their yards, and the AI could just pop onto the cloud and say, oh, you need to go to 111 First Street. They're having a gathering of 3 or more people. Time to go bust in the door. Wilder Life says they'll use it against you one day. Hey, we saw you grew those tomatoes in your backyard. I mean, growing anything of your own, yeah, I think there's going to be a point that comes. Hunter says carbon tax. We saw you blacksmithing in your backyard. You need to pay an extra carbon tax for the carbon emissions from burning that forge. Pipsis, we saw you surfing by yourself. You're under arrest. I don't know what they're going to see me doing in my backyard, but I don't know. Talking about Rewilder Life mentions tomatoes, growing your own tomatoes. I'm going to pop back and talk about Flock in just a second, but Corey and I got these bananas this week from Walmart. They look decent when we grab the bunch. You never know. You go to Walmart and you either got to buy the green ones and they'll ripen up about halfway through the week, or you buy the ripe ones and they're overripe within a couple days. Well, we bought this bunch of bananas. I think it's called a bunch, right? A bunch of bananas. And so we bought them on Wednesday night. Thursday morning, she was off and we were heading out to the cabin. And so we each grab a banana for breakfast for the ride out. And she goes, she's in the car and she goes to peel it. She's like, Jesus, the peel on this thing is super thick. I'm like, well, that's weird. I mean, I've had bananas where the peel is a little thicker or a little thinner, and I was like, well, maybe it's a little underripe and the peel thins up as it ripens. I don't know. And then she took a bite of it and she's like, oh my God, this has got the weirdest texture. And so I was really looking forward to eating mine at that point. But anyway, I peeled mine. I took a bite, and this thing, like we couldn't come up with a way to describe the texture other than probably fake. It wasn't underripe. I mean, it was underripe, but it's not like I've eaten an underripe banana before, and this isn't what it tasted like. This is what it felt like in my mouth. The taste was off. The texture was completely wrong, and the rind was just super thick. And we were both like, what's going on here? Maybe it's time to stop buying bananas. But I don't think I can grow those on my own, so it's just what it is. But anyway, back to the cameras. So now we're really pushing. We're pushing for a ring. So that's on the front. That's on the front of the house. Then now we got Blink. Blink, I believe, is now pressing to put these cameras on your backyard, in your house. Man, and they're all linked to the cloud. They're all accessible by the company, but not just because the company, but people can hack into these systems. And as far as Flock, I've talked about Flock now a couple times on the show. Once way back before it was even kind of spinning out. Again, when people are starting to wake up about this. And recently, I think I mentioned it when the local county that we're moving into decided that they were going to install 5 Flock system cameras in the county. We've yet to figure out, I have yet to see anyone figure out where they all are. And I really feel like it won't be me. I'll avoid them if anything. But I could see some of the locals not being too happy about it after reading the Facebook pages. There's some people that are all in on the Flock cameras. They were like, "Oh my God, it's going to be great. We can catch criminals and people that steal kids and and but luckily in the commentary, I'm seeing a lot of people like, you don't want this. You don't want them to be able to track you. But they don't track you all the time. They only use it when they're looking for someone." Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyway, the 5 cameras got put in here at the county we're moving into. Don't know where they are quite yet. Hunter says, so this town has a license plate scanning thing. Family came to Walmart looking for mom. 3 hours hadn't moved. Called police, typed in plate number, and the car was on camera driving into the next city. I'm confused now. They were looking for the mom, and then they were able to find her. Rewilder Life, Flock, Palantir, and JDV Yeah. It's getting scary. Everybody thinks she's cheating. Oh, thinks mom's cheating, and they found her driving into another town. Pip nails it. Says we can catch the Trump supporters, or whoever the next guy is, or whoever the last guy is, or whoever the next guy is, or whoever the flavor of the month is, or. So, as we were driving around, Corey and I had to take a couple trips to town here and there. We went from the cabin to the town where we'll be going grocery shopping and where we do that kind of stuff. And I was like, man, we have two pinch points here with the Tennessee River. So currently we live, or where we're staying is on the west side of the Tennessee River. Our cabin will be on the west side of the Tennessee River. The place where we go grocery shopping is on the right, on the east side of the Tennessee River. And there are very few actual bridge crossings across the Tennessee River. Two that we mainly use. But basically, I'm like, if you put cameras on both sides of these two bridges, you're going to catch the movement of the large majority of the population as they move from one city to the next. Like the large majority of people in that area as they travel back and forth. These bridge pinch points would just be fantastic places to put these cameras. So you left this area, went to the other, you went across the bridge, you came back across the bridge. I just happened to be thinking about where I would put these cameras because it was on my mind. Pip says, remind me to bribe Tim to try and get a few acres up there. Florida be getting barred. Pip, there's actually a house one on the market here in town, $150K for a nice brick 1-story, right in town though. It's right in town here in the small little town that I'm in. But 150K, 149.9, I think is what it got listed for the other day. I saw it pop up on the Facebook group. So I'm sure it comes with probably a postage stamp and the house, but rural Tennessee, good luck finding a job. Rewilder Life, have a fantastic day. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. So yeah, the cameras thing is kind of spiraling out of control. Along with AI, I have a bunch of notes, and it's not going to be today, but with AI and what's going on with that, and there's been an article kind of shared around. I've seen it shared in a couple of different circles. I've read it myself, but is the coming onslaught of AI and how it's just advancing in light speed. In the Telegram group the other day, we were kind of talking about it, and I made the comparison. Anybody my age, I'm in my mid to late 40s, has kind of grew up with the invention of the internet, and watched it develop, and a lot of other technologies too. I mean, everything from media, digital media, music, movies, the internet, telephone, cell phone, all of these things, microwave, like go on and on and on. We've kind of lived through the development of these, and you get a feel for how long things take to develop. So the internet was slow, and social media is another thing. I mean, that relies on the internet, but Pip says the pre-leash generation, right? But watching the internet develop, you have a basic timeline. Even Mike Thompson says, "Heard the local laundromat could use some good help." I want to open a laundromat. I just can't find one that's already set up, and it's just I think you want to buy something with the equipment. That's a huge capital upfront expense if you got to put all the washers and dryers in. But anybody know a local laundromat that's full of washers and dryers? But anyway, we've watched the internet develop, the capabilities, the speed, the access, and now basically I shouldn't say everyone, the majority of people out there have connected to and or used the internet in some form or another. But it's been decades, multiple decades. AI is developing at light speed compared to the way the internet developed. The capabilities, the advancements, the accessibility, the capabilities, and there's a lot of people sending up warning flares right now, and in a lot of the circles that I kind of sit in, and read and converse in, they've been putting up warning flares for a long time. I shouldn't say a long time. It hasn't been a long time, but for quite some time about what's coming from AI. And I don't really think anybody, you can guess. I think it's its own beast. I think it's its own animal. It's going to spin out the way that it wants. You're seeing stories already about AI bots basically locking out their human users and trying to hide things from human users. Once that code's written and you hit go, it really, it's going to have a mind of its own. In the end, it's kind of designed to be that way. But anyway, AI coming, but with the advancement of AI and the being hooked into all these cameras and these systems that are supposedly meant to help us and to protect us, I think we're really not in for we're in for an interesting ride here in the second half of my time on this place. Definitely, it's going to get weird. For a long time, Walmart's been recording everybody. Their camera systems have been picking up shoplifters and recording and facial recognition and all of this quietly in the background. And now you're going to amp up this with AI and whatnot. Pip says, if you try to delete me, I'll send proof of you cheating to your wife. And cheating, whether it's real or not, is the other thing. There's man, the world is getting to be a scary place. Voice spoofing. I actually have a affiliate relationship with a company that does voice AI. Basically, you can create your own voices, but you can also take samples of your own voice and model it after your own voice. If you want to say like narrate a video, but you don't want to actually read it, you just want to type in the text and give it your voice data, it will populate what you want to read. That's been going on for quite some time, but now there's always going to be bad actors. For every good technology that comes along, the bad actors are going to just find all the loopholes in using it. Spoofing people's voices and making phone calls from them and scamming people. Man, we talked about it a ways back, that the seeing is believing and hearing is believing, and it isn't anymore. The videos that can be created using AI, the photos that can be created, the voices that can be created, very simply, like, I could log on right now. We could do it on the show. I could make a clone of my voice. it's scary. I don't know what you do in the end to protect yourself. And I saw something on Facebook yesterday, or the other day, talking about analog keywords. So if you have family, say a husband and a wife, and you don't want to get scammed, having analog offline conversations that basically a safe word. They always joke and use safe words in weird erotic situations, but really safe words, like you do with your kid when strangers got to pick them up from school. What's the password? But setting these things up and recording them away from, or and talking about them away from your devices, away from technology, so that can't be spoofed. Also, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's a little aside there. I didn't have it on the list to talk about AI, but only tied into the camera systems and how spooky that's really going to get. You guys watching the Olympics? Martinson family says it's not as FUBARD as Canada. I mean, come on down, Martinson family. I like the Olympics. I like the sport of the Olympics. Corey and I have watched the Olympics since we've been together. Not this year. So the Winter Olympics are going on right now. I'm sure I haven't watched it, so I can't talk definitively about it, but I assume that the commentary has just gotten worse, as it seemed to be a pattern where it was getting worse and worse and worse. Like everything social, everything's got to have social issues and whatnot. Athletes always gotta do whatever. So medal ceremonies are a joke, but the sports, I like watching the competition. You can't watch the Olympics for free anymore. I don't know. I guess if you have basic cable, or you have an antenna, I suppose that is NBC. I believe it's NBC. Is NBC own Peacock? Yeah, that would be the one. NBC, Peacock, whatever network it is. Are they showing the Olympics live on their public channel, or is it all strictly on Peacock? And how do you get Peacock? I see that it's a subscription, monthly subscription, but I searched and said, hey, is there any place free? Is there any way free to watch the Olympics? Because Corey and I were just sitting around and it was raining like crazy yesterday. And we just wanted to throw the Olympics on. And it looks like the United States is one of the few countries in the world that doesn't broadcast the Olympics free for everybody to watch. And I thought that was kind of gross. The Olympics are supposed to be about national pride, your team, your country competing against all the other countries in sport, unity, blah blah blah, the whole thing, and you got to pay for it. So fuck it. I don't have enough pride in this country at the moment to pay to watch the Olympics. Like I said, the commentary, I probably could. The commentary is blah, but no way. And I see there was tips and tricks to get the Olympics, like the hoops you could jump through to watch the Olympics. Use your VPN and log in from a country that's free, or sign up for Walmart Plus and get Peacock for 30 days for free, or some shit like that. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need to do any of this shit. Pip says make money off pride. Right. I mean, it's gross. It's just gross. I have no idea what that message says. Martinson family says you can vote your way into communism, but you need to shoot your way out of communism. Yeah, or starve your way out. Yeah, I don't know. No free Olympics. I wouldn't mind. I mean, not even replay. So Corey and I we were on Prime, and they had the heading, because Prime airs Peacock, I believe, is one of the things you can stream on Prime. And it had like, I guess it's in Italy right now. I didn't even like fucking know where the Olympics were, but Italy, and it had the name and blah blah blah, and it was like, oh, okay, maybe it's replays. Maybe it's the replays from last night. Maybe you pay to get the live stuff. But if you want to watch replays, you can catch the replays. Because I remember when I was a kid, the Olympics would be halfway across the world, and then they would air the previous night's stuff the next day, or you could stay up in the middle of the night and watch it live. And I was like, they got to be playing replays. They were showing, was it from Japan? The last Winter Olympics? Was it the last, or maybe 2 ago? I don't know when it was in Japan. But they weren't even showing this year's Olympics. That was the free version. You get to watch it from the last one or the one previous to that. I don't know. But I was like, you can't even play the replays a day late. If I just want to watch bobsledding, like there isn't any way to watch bobsledding. You just don't, on Saturday, you turn on the TV, and during college football season, there's college football on, or maybe there's golf on, or baseball. There's no fucking bobsledding on. There's no luge. There's no, I guess there's skiing here and there, but there's a lot of things that you only watch during the Olympics, and not anymore, I guess. Not anymore. Pip says make more money off the anger. Yeah, I guess. Not going to make any money off of me and my anger. So that's that. Guys, if you need Comfrey, it's a great time, especially if you're in the South and moving into the mid-South. If you want to get some Comfrey in the ground, it's a great time. You can head on over to comfreyroots.com, comfreyroots.com, COMFREY roots.com. Pick up your Comfrey Roots and get them going right now. They'll be nice and established by summer, and you'll have awesome value in plants coming up for as long as you're there. Check it out, comfreyroots.com. If you need any more information about Comfrey, you can contact me through the site or send me a message anywhere. Telegram is usually the easiest to shoot me a message, but comfreyroots.com now shipping pretty much anywhere. If you can get a shovel in the ground, I know that the north is buried under snow and the ground is frozen, but if you can get a shovel in the ground, it's a great time to put Comfrey in the ground and get it going and get it established. So find us there, comfreyroots.com. My kingdom for live curling. I like curling. Curling's interesting. I got into curling, and then so that was about 15 years ago now. One of the guys I worked with was actually a curler, and he was in a curling league. He was all about it. He had been doing it for quite a long time. So I ended up learning quite a bit about it. It's a really fascinating sport that takes a lot more skill than you would think just by watching it. Last thing I got here before we take off is Blockstream. So you guys know I've been a affiliate for Blockstream, the creator of the Jade Plus, the Jade, and several other Bitcoin related products, the Jade and Jade Plus hardware wallets, and several other things. They've changed processors on their affiliate program. So my link changed again. This has been like the second time, I think, but anywhere out there, my code is still the same, the Lots Project. So if you're in the market for a hardware wallet, you can go to the store.blockstream.com, and you can always use code the Lots Project at checkout to get 10% off. But now with the new link, I'm going to put the link in the comments here. I'll get it in the video description, the audio description, and hopefully get around and update that in all my videos and things. But if you want to click the link, the new service that they're providing, you can choose to either to get 10% off the price of the product you're picking, or you can get 10% in sats back. Basically, I think it's going to be 90 days, just like an affiliate cycle, basically, so you can't buy it, get the sats, and return it. It's got a cooling off period. So yeah, you can get sats back. And I was like, well, that's interesting. I messed around with it a little bit this morning. I'm not in the market to buy one right now. I actually got enough hardware wallets here, but it looks like when you use the link, it gives you a countdown if you want to use 10% off, which is the default, or if you want to get 10% in sats back, and you click on that. I think it is after checkout. If anybody is really in the market right now for a Jade Plus or a Jade, and you want to use the new link and you go through it, I would be greatly appreciative, and you let me know how the process goes and what it's like. But one thing that I thought about was, one of the ways I advised people to stack sats, and I'm going to throw my Fold link in there, join my spin squad. If you're not using Fold and you're not accumulating sats for using your debit card, I don't know why you're not, especially now with the price being down and all of these rewards just increase in value. You're getting paid in sats, and the value of a sat goes up. You still have that. So the rewards you earn today are going to be worth more hopefully worth more in the months and years to come. But one of the rubs on using Fold to fund your Blockstream purchase, Blockstream is a partner with Fold, and you get 10% back for using a gift card on Fold. So you purchase the gift card with the Fold debit card, you get 10% back in your Fold app. They had limited denominations of gift cards. And basically, if you bought the gift card on Fold and then you went to buy the hardware wallet and you used the discount from my discount using the Lots Project promotion, you had like dead gift card. You had basically extra gift card that what are you going to use it for? There isn't anything for $10 there on the Blockstream store. Now, if I figure out and verify how this goes with getting sats back, I think you can basically get yourself 10% back on buying the gift card on Fold, and then another 10% back in sats buying, instead of taking the discount, use the full price of the gift card and get another 10% back in Bitcoin from the purchase of the hardware wallet. Basically right now, the Jade Plus is about $150. So you'll get $15 back when you buy the gift card, and then you'll get another $15 back in Bitcoin when you choose the sats back option when you purchase it at Blockstream. So basically $30 to throw on that hardware wallet for taking a couple extra steps. I don't know. Just a thought. I will I will. Pip says, between the 2 hardware wallets and silver ounces, my niece should have a good leg up on the fiat program. I hope so. that sounds like a good start to me. But I'll have more information. I'll talk about this more as I find some people to actually purchase one. Maybe I'll have to just go through the motions and purchase one myself, and then sell it to someone, or just I'll have an extra wallet. So anyway, if anybody wants to give it a try, let me know. If you need more help learning about it, or you need the link, to shoot me a message, and I'll tell you everything I know. And as people begin to use it, I'll let you know what the feedback is, whether it's worth getting the sats back, or if you should just take the discount and roll with it. So anyway, use the link and definitely sign up for Fold if you haven't yet. And man, that's the easiest Bitcoin you're going to get. Basically, yeah, you can either you link it to your bank account, you can link it to your direct deposit, you can have your part of your direct deposit deposited to Fold every month. You can transfer money to Fold, and just by swiping the Fold card, you're going to earn sats back. But also, buying gift cards is a way to really up your rewards back, and a great way to stack Bitcoin on things you're going to buy anyway. So we're after an hour here, guys. I got to wrap up. I gotta get done and get everything processed and get out and get some stuff done today. So I appreciate hanging out. Like I said, check out the Blockstream Jade link. Check out the Fold link. ComfreyRoots.com if you're looking to get some Comfrey started. Orders placed always go out on Monday. So if you order today, it'll go out next Monday or anytime this week before basically Monday morning. You will end up getting those Comfrey Roots shipped out the following Monday. I appreciate everybody hanging out and listening, and all the comments. Be sure to share the show if you would, and let somebody else experience this madness once a week. Anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic week. You get a bunch done. Hang out over in the Telegram group and get your Bitcoin guesses in over there. We'll see you over there in the Telegram chat. Have a great day, guys, and we'll talk to you next Monday.